Hello survivors, I am the SurvivalVis, and welcome to Carnivores Triassic, community fan-made mod for Carnivores. I think it's Ice Age engine, or is it just Carnivores 2? I think it's the Ice Age engine for it. Could be mistaken, but we're going to do a couple of episodes on this. I know last week we did the Jurassic Park Revolution, but just from the little critiquing and overview of my first steps there, you guys kind of see I'm not exactly the happiest with how it's kind of come out, or feel like it's the most welcoming for beginners. So Carnivores Triassic is one we're going to try and see. Maybe it'll be a little different. One thing I am going to do though is go into options, because I have tried doing this a bit, and sensitivity I've got to crank down. You know what, maybe we'll leave the... Now, we'll crank these both down, kind of keep them the same. And let's say maybe about right there to start, because I have played a little bit of Triassic on my own, and I did find that everything was a little too sensitive to you for what you wanted to kind of... Say if you wanted to hunt anything, and you know what, I'm going to try making... I don't even know what strafe does, but we'll figure out what that does in a moment. So these are going to be my settings I'll play with, and I'll see how they kind of feel for me, and probably adjust them each episode and show you what I'm playing on. Just so that way, if you guys do want to pick up the Carnivores games, because Triassic, you can don't... Actually, I will include the link to Triassic to download in the video, for you guys to try out, see, feel for yourselves if you'd like, and just kind of bring back an older style hunting game. So let's head into Hunt and see what we have. So we have a lot of different locations to try out here, as you can see, and we do have a nice roster of animals too. So we'll just stick to the first one here, and it takes first island discovered below the FMM UV32 equator. Panoramos, or Old Desert, I think it's translated as, is a good specimen of Triassic climate, hot and arid, covered in dunes, sparse vegetation, open area, safe for beginning hunters. That's what we are. And the animals, there's a very nice variety in Carnivores Triassic for all different types of animals and that you're up against. So Edaphosaurus is our kind of beginner one. Poor eyesight, low intelligence, and are extremely common, so should make for we can hopefully get one or two in our first outing. No attack unless turned into a corner, and ideal for beginners. The Lotosaurus, it's a herbivorous one, it's surprisingly relative of the crocodile being a herbivore. Just as cunning and will try to flee or trample any human in sight. No poorly armed attacks known for their viciousness, so we may have to be careful of those. Coelophysis, carnivorous dinosaurs grown used to the taste of human flesh. Cunning but cowardly, they only attack when sensing weakness in their prey. By the lack of size make up for brains and agility. The Placerius, lumbering synapsid is pure muscle. Herbivorous but ill-tempered, they would charge at anything they see as a threat. Despite their clumsy appearance, they can reach enormous speeds, so gotta be careful of those. Herrerasaurus, probably a name a few people have heard of. Medium-sized carnivore, dinosaurs are notorious for the habit of eating prey while it still lives. Tough and hardy, best adapt dinosaurs to the Triassic desert. Next up we have the Plateosaurus, medium-sized herbivore. Animals fast and docile, usually preferring to avoid confrontation, but may still trample an unwary hunter. Challenge provided by animals suited for advanced hunters. Then we get Postosuchus. Now this is a really nice looking one here. Crocodile-like Archosaurus, force to be reckoned with. Cunning predator, can lie in ambush for long periods of time and go for many days without food or water thanks to its incredibly low metabolism. So it'll probably be a while before we're hunting any of these lower ones, and this is a little bit of a mascot of sorts for Triassic, is the Liliensternus. Or is it Liliensternus? As much as I am a good dinosaur buff, there are some names that are going to catch me and I'll mess up pronunciation, so one of the most dangerous theropods, prefer fertile oases to the barren desert. Big and heavy, often bully smaller predators off their kills, but would not say no to human flesh. And we have the Megalosaurus, arguably the most dangerous carnivore on the planet, as well as the rarest. This is the ultimate goal of your hunting tour. These powerful theropods will take quite a beating before going down. So we're definitely not anywhere there, but we'll probably be starting up here. And you know what? Let's see. Oh, look at that poor firepower, though, on the pistol. That is so small, so maybe we'll go with that. And just start something like that during the day for Panoramos, and I think that's all in order. Camouflage, I do want to take just to try to figure out what the sensitivity is right now. So with that, let me click Hunt and go into it. Okay, I think that's enough time loaded in. So here we are on Panoramos, and it definitely... Ooh, already I actually see what we're after. So we'll see if maybe we can try calling them in. and getting a nice shot off. Although, already went running off. That's the biggest gripe I've been having with a lot of the Carnivores mods I've been trying. Is that you can't even seem to get them in range. So maybe what... Oh, okay, so Z for strafing basically just kind of keeps you locked into where you're aiming and you kind of move left or right. So what... I'm not even going to try calling. I'm just going to try see if I can walk up to these guys. I said that even though... See, for 300 meters away, I'm kind of surprised how hard it is to get close to them. And again, see, this is actually a prime example of the difference between Jurassic Park Revolution and Triassic for one of the things I was complaining about, the iron sights. Is you can see that you have the little... I'm trying to think of what that would even be called. I have no real good information between gun parts and gun anatomy. Basically, the iron sights, you can see at the back you have the elevation indicators, which are the little bit of the U with the tips, and then the very front of the gun you have that little point that sticks up. So that tells you already where how high up and down for the back, and how left and right for the front. Jurassic Park Revolution, you only have that front part, and it's kind of hard to tell exactly where. At least in Triassic, you have a much better iron sight indicator that sort of makes up your crosshair for where to aim. These guys are still... Okay, maybe it's because of the wind. Maybe the scent is giving me away, because I thought they were supposed to have poor eyesight as well, or it was listed they had poor eyesight. Although the wind is really, really weird in this one, too. For some reason, Triassic, the wind seems to constantly shift, almost like it can go in a complete circle around you. So, you know what? I'm going to stop crouching, because I don't even know if that actually makes us easier to kind of get around or not. I don't think... Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything down there. But we've seen a few Adaphosaurs. Oh, just more wind sounds. We've been seeing the Adaphosaurs, and if they keep on running that way, we have to basically get behind the wind, because we don't have the cover scent yet. So we'll just try to make our way along to another spot. Well, actually, we'd probably have better luck if we were going towards the northeast instead, but I just saw them over this way, and ooh, actually, there we go. That's what we were waiting for. Is now that we're over this way, and we don't have the wind giving us away, or hopefully shouldn't be, we might be able to get closer to them. And I don't think the Triassic has the sort of hit zones that the other games might have had to them. Yeah, this should hopefully let us get in nice and close. We can try getting one or two of these guys on our first hunt. I think the hardest part for any hunting game is it's more the wind than I've found really the eyesight for them. Well, I mean, the Parasaurs, though, in Carnivores 2, you'll definitely see they have problems. I think it will take a lot of time and just patience trying to tweak and figure out what your best setting is. Yeah, look at that. We're within 200 meters now, so it definitely had to have been the... Oh yeah, look at how close we're able to get now. So, which one do we want to go for? That one's closer, but kind of going away, so we'll see if we can kind of sneak over here a little more. Try to get maybe under the... Okay, so we're under the 150. Still kind of crawling away. But I have to say, I really do love the idea to try for a Triassic-themed mod. The Triassic period had a lot of really interesting creatures that aren't really well known to the... Well, I can't even say well known to the public, but more... Ooh, there you go. Come on in. No, you went off, so that was a little too close. So maybe what we'll do... Okay, can we get to 100 meters? That might be a good... There we go! We got ourselves our very first Triassic trophy. And our little, I say drop ship, but more pickup ship in a way, just to go grab it. Although, looking at the size, they really made them pretty large to deal with, didn't they? Well, the texture's not bad. Definitely one of those ones that looks better with the distance. Let them take that away for us. And see if we can get something else. But I am very fond of Triassic because they took the proper route of the iron sights with it. As you can see, once you have a better iron sight to kind of figure out where your reticle exactly is, it becomes much easier trying to line up and get those shots in. Because how many shots do I actually have? So I only have 4 more. I do think that's something where it limits you quite a bit for trying to get your bearings and practice and get better at. And see, now the wind is changing quite a bit again, but there's something over this way we'll go and take a look at. So it looks like satellite dish. Well, that actually might just be a yeah, okay, that's just cactus. I thought that might have been a satellite dish or something, because that might have been a little tent. You'll find some random kind of ambient objects just laying around from time to time, so... But not seeing anything else. Let me try a call. Oh, no, that's just a Lystrosaurus, but I did hear a reply back from somewhere. I just don't know exactly where, and I'm not seeing anything. I'll try one more call and see if I can kind of pin down what direction it's coming from. Okay, it does seem like it's over this way. At least to my headphones it did. Yeah, there he is. Although quite a ways off, so maybe what we'll do is we'll just stay still and let it slowly come towards us. Because they're thankfully, because of the way the model is and the hitboxes are for Carnivores 2, it's basically just a big box with all of him included. So that big sail means we should be able to get every shot off on him pretty well. We just gotta bring him back towards us. There we go, that's another one. There is our second Adaphosaurus. So it gives us a score of 5, so that's actually not bad. That's quite a bit for your first starting animals. Although I think a lot of our points we were losing in other games because of the reductions we had applied. Thankfully, we just have the camouflage on, so we do have a minor reduction, but it's not too bad. Stand back and let that work. And maybe we'll try and see if we can get one more from somewhere. We do have 2 more shots we could use up, so if we're very good, we might be able to get ourselves something. And then, what do we got flying around? The Patinosaurus, I think that's how it would be called. Let's see. Pedinosaurus. Again, some names will really throw me for a loop unless I've kind of heard them said before. So where are we? Kind of in a little corner. We'll try a call and see. Yeah, nothing back. I didn't think we'd find anything else kind of tucked away in the corner where we are. So maybe what we'll do is we'll end this hunt right here and head back to menu. And then kind of see what the points give us. Okay, here we are back in the menu, so we could add a few other little licenses or animals onto our list right now. I just want to see if there's any... what else we have. Okay, so we have the pistol. Shotgun, you really got to be up close for them, although shot precision is actually pretty high for that. I'm surprised. Another shotgun. An automatic rifle, though I don't know if we... well, we need 100, so that'll take a few points to get up to. Don't really know about the assault. Sniper and a golden lever action. Okay, well that's definitely something we're not going to get for quite a while. so we'll probably be stuck using the revolver for a while. And I do want to keep the camouflage, but maybe what we'll do is slowly add up. Like, ooh, we actually could put Placerius. But next episode, we'll try going after the Lotosaurus. So I want to give a big shout out to Mert the Burt again for the suggestions and recommendations to trying Triassic. Now that I've remembered to go into the settings and adjust the sensitivity, I think I'll have a lot more fun with Carnivores. This is going to be one of those games where don't be afraid to turn it back in order to be able to play the game. You have to remember the time frame Carnivores comes from. This is way back in the days of, say, Doom or Wolfenstein, or I'm trying to remember what else were some really tough games back in the day that, unless you really had the time with it, you would just kind of get creamed. But yeah, so this is back in the day. Find out what settings work for you. Don't be afraid to slide the difficulty sliders all the way back, because as we've seen, sometimes the animals can pick you up right at the render distance, and there's no way you're going to get them if they are running away before you can even see them. But anyway, thank you all for joining me on our first Carnivores Triassic episode. If you do like this new series we're starting, be sure to leave a like or comment in the comments below. If you have any tips or tricks, very welcome to hearing them. As you can see, I'm beginner, and I will take any help you guys can provide. So, until I see you in the next video, survivors, please remember, as always, to take care and stay alive.